Welcome to the B.I.V. and Pauly G show.
Hey guys.
I am the notorious B.I.V. and this is my boy Pauly G.
Whoa.
So, we're back again. And so did you want to talk about the law of attraction, Paul?
Sure.
Okay. So, we kind of ended with this last week, but do you want to explain your...
I don't think I have much more to say about that. It's just an interesting idea. I have nothing.
All right.
I don't think there's anything else to.
Well, we can. Okay. Well, let's get in. We'll get into that.
Okay.
So, who are you attracted to and why? That is what we're discussing today. And I mean, like people say they have a type, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a type?
Well, so I was thinking about this because people say like, who's your like celebrity crush or whatever.
Okay.
And so I was thinking, well, when I was like a teenager, oh man, I forgot her name.
You had a crush on a chick?
Well, like a celebrity.
Oh, it was a celebrity.
Yeah.
She was a celebrity.
Yeah.
Not it. Okay. Was it Winona Ryder?
No. Did you like her?
Yeah, I mean, she was all right. I'm just spitballing, man. You forgot what her name was. What was she in? Was she in like?
She was a singer.
Okay.
Like a girl band. Belinda Carlisle.
Oh, Belinda Carlisle.
Yeah. I thought, for some reason, like, I don't know anything about her personally or anything like that, but just like her look, I was just like, oh man, that's the look that I really like. You know what I mean? So I thought she was super cute.
Well, she went through her cute phase. When she was in her cute phase, she was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Before that, well, like she was kind of overweight for a while and whatever when she was at the Go-Go's. But then she like did her solo thing. It was like, whoa, that's Belinda Carlisle? Dang.
Oh, maybe I liked her before that.
Did you?
I think so.
Anyway.
Because I didn't really like follow her or anything. I wasn't like crazy about her. I just thought, oh, she's super cute. Yeah, anyway, so then I just think, I thought about that and I think, oh, so then like when I see other people who have that same kind of look, that's kind of like the look that I think is an attractive look, that I'm like, oh man, I'm attracted to that same kind of,
yeah,
that look.
Okay.
And so then that made me think about my question last time, which was like, is it possible that the reason why I liked that kind of look is because that's the person I knew in heaven before I came to earth and they looked the same, and so I'm attracted to that, like somebody who looks like that, and then I just had to find the right person who actually looks like that.
Okay.
Just an idea.
Okay. So Paul and I, we're members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and we believe in a pre-existence where we lived with God before we came to this existence to be refined, further refined, and then move on to the next afterlife, which most people believe in. And our pre-life, and I will just, I would say it's an observable thing that there was a pre-life. Okay, I'll give as an example. When a kid is, like, if you have kids, you'll see this, but like as soon as they're born, they've got a personality, right? And they didn't learn that from you. You didn't, and you'll see it too. You'll raise like 5 kids. They all, like, you raise them all the same. They all grew up in the same household, but they're completely different, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that's like an observable fact that like we come here with some type of pre-programmed, and that's and I guess, like, how would you explain that if not like we had another existence, right?
Yeah, I guess you'd say, oh, genetically, you get whatever genes you get from your parents, and that's not going to be the same for every person, right?
Right. I mean, you could say like, well, these things just randomly come together, and that makes you.
What if you have identical twins, though? Because aren't there identical twins that do share the same genes? Well, do identical twins share exactly the same genes? I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, they're not the same person. I don't think anyone would say identical twins are the same person.
No.
Right? I mean, they certainly share kind of a bond because they're identical or whatever. You know what I mean? But like,
maybe we should have a scientist on our next show.
Maybe
if we really care about this that much.
But my explanation for that is, for eons and eons, we developed into someone. We developed into who we are now, right? And I mean, so when you come here, you are everything you experience here is through that lens of who you became, right? So you and I, we might share a similar experience, but we'll have completely different views of that experience, and it'll have completely different effects on us because you're you and I'm me. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll see like a kid grow up in poverty, but he like becomes this amazing kid and like makes like this amazing life for himself or whatever, and you're like, whoa, he came from nothing and he became something. You'll see there's another kid that grows up in poverty and just like stays in poverty and just like perpetuates that cycle, right? So same circumstances, but like because we're different, inherently different outcomes. At any rate, that's a long explanation to explain that you believe that some association from this pre-existent state, and you come here and you're attracted to that.
It's just an idea. It just, to me, it kind of makes sense. So I think it's just an interesting idea. But
that kind of goes with the idea that like this idea that like there's the person you're destined to be with, right? Or like the one person, you know what I mean?
Right. Which I don't know if I agree with that or not. I think it might be different for different people. I just know when I saw my wife for the first time, I felt like I was seeing an old friend that I hadn't seen for a long time. The first time I saw her, I didn't know who she was. I didn't know her name, but just the first time I saw her in a big, huge, crowded room with tons of other people, I just felt like I was seeing an old friend I hadn't seen for a long time.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So to me, it makes sense.
I think I did kind of subscribe to the one for like a long time. And then once I married my wife, I was kind of like, I was able to relax a little bit and be like, oh wait, like I could probably be married to I probably could have married a lot of different girls.
Right.
And like made it work, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's why like they say like arranged marriages tend to work out fairly well, because it's like, and that's just like your parents just picking some not random woman, but like.
But you don't get to choose.
But you don't get to choose.
It's not love.
And
it's
that's weird.
You fell in love
it's
with
weird
somebody.
to us.
Yeah.
But those actually work out. You know what I mean? And so so now I'm kind of like, well, you know, like I could probably get along with most women. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like there would certainly be a few where it's just like, you know, you don't work at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
But so I have a type. Well, I have a couple of types. I have 3 types, in fact, that I've discovered. So my first type, and this wasn't something that I realized until after I was married, but like the woman I married, Stephanie, she's very much like my mom in a lot of ways, you know, in looks, in a lot of ways, and just kind of manner and whatever. And I call Stephanie's look kind of like, kind of the Snow White look, like light skin, dark hair, you know, ruby red lips, whatever, right? Like I like that, as opposed to like as opposed to like Sleeping Beauty, who's like, you know, like the blonde whatever chick. I usually, that's not anything that I've ever been really into, like the blonde Barbie doll type chick. Like, and like blondes are hot, like, and I think this is just a function of like, we're kind of drawn to like light. So like when you're walking down the street and like you see some like blonde chick, it's kind of like you look, you know what I mean? It kind of like draws your eye, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I've never been like super attracted to blondes. But my second type is like, it's like dishwater blonde and kind of like sharp facial features. And that's like my sister Liza. Okay. And then I have this third type that I don't even know how to describe the third type, but one chick, there's this one Hannah on Timcast IRL. If you ever watch Timcast IRL, Hannah just kills me. Like, I don't know what it is, but like just the shape of her face, just, and whatever, I don't know. And there was another girl that I had a crush on that had the same kind of face, like a while back. So that's my third type. But going back to my first two types, like those are, you know, and I didn't look at my wife and go, whoa, that looks like my mom, sweet, I want to get with that, right? Like, no, nobody does that. But I do think we get some like we grow up and that's familiar to us, right? We're familiar with our mom, we're familiar with that relationship,
right?
Or our sisters or whatever. And I think we kind of, like when we meet someone who's like that, it's that familiarity maybe that like we're like, oh yeah, I know this is cool, this is attractive, right?
I think it's subconscious. I think subconsciously, you are attracted to somebody who's like your mom, and you realize that the person's like your mom. You just know that you like them, you know, that you're attracted to them, or you're drawn to them.
But then I notice guys who marry like the opposite of their mom, right? And and I don't know if that. I wonder if I feel like I had a pretty good relationship with my mom, so like maybe I'm attracted to that type of thing. But like, I wonder if guys who didn't have a great relationship with their mom like just go the opposite way, just like marry something completely different. Maybe, I don't know. I just wonder.
It'd be interesting to see if there's studies out there.
Yeah, like, but it's funny because like, so like I had, well, like someone who marries like a black chick, okay, not to be racist, but like a white guy who marries a black chick, I'm like, that's interesting. Like where does that, why? And maybe that black chick's very much like their mom, like personality wise and whatever, right? So that could still be that kind of deal. But like, but I never but oh yeah, but I had this friend though that was like he's a white guy, he married this chick from Haiti, cute little like Haitian girl, and then they got divorced, I think, and I ran into him like a while ago, and he was either getting married or had remarried like another black chick, right? And I was like, and I said to him, I said, wow, Heath, you like the black chicks, I guess, huh? Is that, you know? And he said, well, no, he said, well, actually they picked me, you know? And so I'm like, oh, Okay, so there's another possibility. I don't know what, you know. Like he's a pretty easygoing guy. Maybe these chicks just like him. He's like, oh yeah, okay, cool, whatever. So
I wonder how many people have like a certain type of person that they like, you know, that they're attracted to, and how many people that's not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know somebody who, like, they have like, oh, this girls who are this height with this coloring, this color of hair, like that's the girl that they keep on getting attracted to and wanting to be in a relationship with. It's like they're attracted to somebody that looks like has a certain look, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot a long time ago, back when I was single, like a teenager, I really liked brunettes with blue eyes. I thought that was
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked.
I can think of a few people who I just thought they were really pretty.
Yeah.
When I was in college, there was this really, really cute Japanese girl. I could tell that she liked me, and I liked her, but the cultural barrier and the language barrier were just too much for me. Like I would try to joke around with her, and she didn't get my sense of humor because it was the nuances were just getting lost on her, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not willing to put in the effort to try to. I just want to be me, and I felt like in order to make this work, I had to like change my sense of humor or something, and it just wasn't worth it to me, which is too bad because I really liked her as a person. She seemed like a really nice person, but
yeah,
I think.
But well, yeah, you're talking culture, and there's a difference between culture and race. I would say.
I had nothing against her being Japanese. I thought she was a really nice person and everything.
Yeah, it's hard to like connect with someone from a different culture, but like you date a Black American or African American, Asian American, whatever, like that. Like you're not. I don't think that's
right
too big a deal.
Right.
But like if you're like marrying someone, like if you're trying to get with someone like from Africa, you know, or from Japan, like you said, like that, you know, then that's difficult.
Right.
It's tricky.
In my book club, we just read this book called Major Pettigrew's Last Stand. And the main character is this old British guy who's very set in his ways about what's proper and everything. And his wife passes away. And then he's introduced to this lady who's Pakistani, and her husband has also passed away. And what's interesting is in the book, they find that they have more in common with each other than they do with a lot of the other people around them. So even though they have come from different cultures, they have a lot of the same values, and so they fall in love, and they really see that they have a huge connection there, even though they come from two different cultures.
Right.
And everybody around them is like, what? Who's this Pakistani lady? You know, that's what the British people are saying. And the Pakistanis are like, what? Why are you with this British guy? Because they don't like them intermixing of the cultures. Anyway, so I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who find somebody from another culture and they have a connection with that person, even though there's a lot of cultural differences.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sure.
But I agree with you, though. I think overall,
I
think it would be difficult when you have. Yeah, I think people naturally find people that they have as much in common as possible, and they're attracted to those people. When I lived in Guatemala, if I saw another white person, even though I didn't know anything about them, we would see each other from a distance and like connect and be like, "Oh, where are you from?" And you know, it was like, "Oh, here's one of my people," you know. And I'm assuming everybody in different races feels the same way when they see somebody from their culture.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we discussed it. I don't know that we came to any conclusions, but there you go. So who are you attracted to? Leave a comment.
That's what would be interesting, is to hear other people's perspectives.
Yeah. Really. Join in the conversation. We answer all of our comments. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.